I'm Jace.
I'm Scotty.
And I'm your host, Dawson, and you're watching
On the Clock.
Or no, yeah, he had 3 touchdowns. Well, there, I think 6 leagues. Yeah. And so if you're bottom,
Wichita State, we won the past game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to On the Clock. Today we have a draft preview for you. The draft is in 2 days. Today is Tuesday, the 25th. So the draft is being hosted in Kansas City. For any of you guys that want to go up, it doesn't cost you anything to get in, but it is going to be a mess. There are going to be a ton of people there, and it's going to be hype because the Chiefs are going to take Juice Vaughn in the first round. So we got some breaking news as of yesterday. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets finally happened. The Jets received Aaron Rodgers, the 15th overall pick, and the 170th overall pick, which is a 5th-round pick. Could turn into something, probably not, And then the Packers received the 13th overall pick, the 42nd overall pick, the 207th overall pick, and then a 2024 conditional second-round pick that turns into a first if Rodgers plays more than 65% of the snaps in 2023. So if he doesn't get hurt, if he stays healthy, that'll happen.
Yeah.
I think the Jets win this trade. They traded down 2 spots. Got a Hall of Fame quarterback, definitely top 5 of all time. You could argue top 3. They got a winning team. They got a good roster.
Coming off a good year last year.
Yeah, nobody thought they were going to be great, and they did make the playoffs? They almost made the playoffs.
Right outside of it.
So I think the Jets win this trade. I think Packers, they didn't do bad. I don't know who's going to be available at 13th. That'll be interesting. Yeah. I'd probably say they'll go for offensive defensive lineman. That the D-line in this draft is pretty deep. So I think they could get a solid defensive lineman at 13. Mm-hmm. At 42, I would say they'd go receiver, but, it's the Packers. Come on now.
Yeah.
They're not going to get weapons. Maybe tight end, something like that.
I don't know.
Okay, but let's get more into our draft stuff here. So in 5 years from this draft, who will be the best player and why?
I feel like if you go quarterback here, my favorite quarterback is probably Bryce Young, but the only downside is how tiny he is. Like what he measured at. What was he, like 5'9"? I think it was 5'9", like 170 pounds. Yeah. Like he is a tiny dude. But I think he has the most talent. He's played
if
for
he was
Alabama.
6'1", this guy would be first round, first overall lock. No
because
questions.
the team, he's even Alabama's practice squad is like, he's practicing against some of the best talent every day. He's gonna be really good. It's just a matter of transitioning to the NFL.
Because it's a whole different speed.
Yeah, that's quarterback wise.
I would personally go. I think overall, if you look back and you don't look at grades or anything like that. If they were picked here, but they had this much talent, I think it's Bijan. I think Bijan will have the best statistics and legacy and accolades in 5 years, and maybe even 10 years. I probably won't be a star the whole 10 years, probably 7 or 8 tops. But I think if I could start a franchise right now with one guy from this draft, it'd be Bijan.
Yeah, he's one of the better talents since Saquon at running back.
Yeah, Jace?
I'd probably have to go with Bijan or the Alabama running back, Jameer. That is.
They're saying something about the Chiefs going after him.
Oh, man, that would be nice if we trade.
Jameer?
Yeah, they're talking about
we trade Clyde and move up maybe 3 spots. I think we'd snag him.
Yeah. But, Bijan I remember playing a good Kansas team. He kind of ran all over us for 3 or 4 touchdowns. So,
same thing with K-State?
Yep.
How do you do against WSU?
Shockers didn't play him this year.
Okay.
They had a bye week.
And then
season.
Instead of who will be the best player from this draft, who's the guy in this draft that everybody's hyped up on that you think is going to be a bust?
Bust? I think it's got to be one of the 2 quarterbacks.
Will Levis or Hayden Hooker?
Will Levis or Anthony Richardson.
Oh.
I don't know. I just feel like those 2 have been really like Richardson got moved up, although he might be a top 5.
He'll be a top 5 pick.
And I don't know if I see him. He has the potential. He's kind of like a Lamar, but I don't know how well he pans out. And then Will Levis is just kind of like a whole nother Zach Wilson situation.
I feel like exactly like that. Will Levis, I feel like he's the next Zach Wilson. I feel like Anthony Richardson, he's boom or bust.
Yeah.
There's no him being an average starter. He's not going to be your Jared Goff or Carson Wentz. He is Lamar Jackson
Marcus
Mariota. He's prime Cam Newton or he's Jake Fromm.
Yeah.
Jace, who's your bust?
Honestly, I'm going with line. We'll go Will Anderson. You kind of picked him, so I mean, not me, not knowing who really could come out of this draft like with a good potential or bad potential. So I mean, I'll just go with Will Anderson.
Okay. So moving over our next question, if you had to pick one guy like to put money on to make the Hall of Fame one day, who would it be? I'm going Will Anderson.
A giant boomer bust guy, kind of like C.J. Stroud. He's got the talent, but I don't know how he pans out. But I think he has the biggest. I think him and Bijan, of course. But I don't want to use Bijan again.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I think Bijan.
I think Bijan would be the best talent out of this draft for sure.
I think Will Anderson next. Aaron, maybe I don't know.
Depending what team Bijan goes to, because I see a lot of teams like committee teams like the Patriots, where you have 5 running backs.
If he goes to Baltimore, man, that'd be scary. I don't know what pick they have.
They'll be like 20-something, like
They
21.
They're right in that mix. I've seen him going to the Cowboys, but then he's splitting touches with Pollard.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these teams that they have him going to, I don't like him. I want him to be like the number one.
The guy.
Especially because I'll have him in fantasy.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, in our Dynasty League, Scotty has the first pick, the second pick.
First, second,
and fourth,
and ninth, I think.
So he's got a young little squad over there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then who is your favorite first, second round sleeper? Other than Deuce Vaughn.
Is it where do they have the Tennessee receiver going?
Oh.
Hyatt? He might be end of first.
I think he's in the first lap.
I like him. He's very kind of a skinnier build, but fast.
Yeah.
Kind of a faster type. I want to say like Devonta, but I think he has a little more weight on him than Devonta. But very fast, and I mean that's kind of what the NFL goes for now is
speed kills.
40-yard times. Those really matter and I think he ran like a 4.49 or so, like not as fast as they thought he was.
But that's
run,
quick. That's still really quick.
He is really quick.
Okay, my favorite is also receiver. I like Josh Downs, receiver out of North Carolina. They got him going around 42, 48, somewhere in there. Some people have him going in the first. I also like that route runner. I can't think of his name. The guy from Houston. He's a good route runner. I don't know where he was going, but I was watching some highlights of his. He looks solid too. I think he might have been more of a third-round guy, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm ready for to see what Quentin Johnson does in the NFL. Just a TCU
guy. The TCU guy, yeah.
I just want to see because I feel like there's not very many TCU guys that really thrive in the NFL. And
I can't. Yeah, you say that.
Too.
I can't think of a TCU star in my head right now.
There's a quarterback. Who is it? I think there's a quarterback.
Oh, is it?
It's on the. I don't know. I think there's a quarterback, but I don't know. I just like to see Quentin Johnson.
No, because Geno's West Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be.
We'll look and we'll throw his name up right here after the show. All right, and Beery.
What was the question?
Who's your favorite sleeper?
Shoot, I don't even know. Where's the draft into second round?
Huh?
What's the first pick of 32?
The 32 this year because someone got stripped of the pick. Yeah, it's 32 through.
The Rams?
No, the Rams have the 6th overall pick went to the Lions.
Oh, I can't remember who it was.
I remember someone got in trouble for something.
Is Jameer Gibbs going there?
He'll be.
That's a good sleeper.
He'll be late first or the second.
All right, and then who are your top 3 quarterbacks out of this draft? I'm gonna go
top 3
because this is so easy to me. It's Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson.
That's pretty much what I have.
It's the hype around Will Levis. I don't see anything to back it up. And then Hendon Hooker, he's not as good as the rest of these guys.
But yeah, I like Anthony Richardson. It's just he could either be the third best option in this draft class or the best by far. Mm-hmm. But I think I'd go the same way. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and Anthony Richardson in that order.
Beer?
I'll probably do that same thing.
All right, and then our last question. What team is crucial to their success next year? They got to nail this draft.
Of course, I want to say the Chiefs. I think.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the consensus.
I want to say this year we go for a tight end because there's 2 decent ones in here that they could go for, knowing that Kelsey's like 33, 34.
Yeah, which it sucks, but
eventually, you hate to say it, but he's gonna have a down year even after 7 1,000-yard seasons in a row.
And a down year doesn't even have to mean 500 yards. It could be 900 or 800. Still a really productive season. Just not
getting him on the field as well. I could see that happening. Him not getting the
load management.
Him not getting the snap percentage he's been getting and the amount of catches. Because one of these times he's gonna get hurt.
So does that mean you're looking to move on from him in fantasy?
I don't have him in fantasy.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
Like Meyer.
I have
okay.
Mahomes.
Oh, okay. You looking to move on from him?
No, I like him.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I can give you the second. You can have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. For me, other than the Chiefs, I think the Lions really need to nail this draft.
Yeah.
They got picks 6 and 18. At 6, I'm gonna take probably a defensive guy. I'm not taking a quarterback. I think Jared Goff is the guy for you guys right now. Right now, I think he's your guy. I think this year your goal should be to make the playoffs and win the wild card game. That should be your bare minimum. That's what that needs to happen this year. In 18,
I like him going with like a corner safety, building that defense.
Yeah, I think I don't know what pick they have in the second round, but in the second round, Julius Brents, they need a long athletic corner. I think to kind of shore up that secondary, because they got a tight end at 18. I think they could take one of the 2 tight ends at 18.
Because they got Jeff Okudah back there, but who's their coach again?
Dan Campbell.
He's a very aggressive type of guy.
Yeah, I like him.
I like him. So, but I think he kind of focuses more on offense because I always see him. I can't remember.
I think he's more of an offensive guy.
Who was he with before? I wanted to say the Niners, but that's.
I think he was with the Giants. I feel like it was the Giants.
I don't know. Yeah, because it was the Jets coach who's with the 49ers.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Bald guy.
Yeah. But no, I don't know if. I mean, I'd like him going with a receiver. I just feel like
they kind of got a core that they got.
They're not a team with a standout receiver. They're just.
They got like they were talking earlier. They got a committee.
Yeah.
They got Amon-Ra,
Yeah.
and they got Jameson Williams, but he's suspended for the first 6 games.
Is he?
Yeah, because
I
gambling.
remember
He
that.
didn't even win.
Okay, but Calvin Ridley gets suspended for.
Well, okay, he didn't bet on the NFL.
Okay.
He bet on something else inside an NFL facility.
Okay.
So, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Calvin
but
Ridley with the Jaguars this year, though.
that's going to be dangerous.
I'm
Number
ready to see
0.
how that
He's wearing
goes.
number 0.
I want to see how that goes. Yeah.
I think the Jags need to nail this draft, too.
That'd be because they made the playoffs.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think.
And they
Beat the
won again.
Chargers.
They won again.
Beat
They
the
got
Chargers.
ETN, and that running back, and then they got a solid committee too.
I think they
Bringing in
probably need a tackle, and then an
Honestly, I think
interior D lineman.
I like that. Sharing up the offensive line
Not a
little bit.
flashy draft, but they need to nail this draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think you could always argue Cincinnati needs to, Buffalo needs to.
Any team
If
in the
Bijan
AFC,
goes to Buffalo,
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. That would be so scary.
Because he's so good. He just
yeah, you have a 6'7" quarterback, and what's Bijan, 6'3"?
he's big.
Yeah.
He's
That would
big.
be a nightmare.
Big and athletic.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have for you today. We got Adam Bilby here on after this, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Scotty and Jace will be right back.
Okay, we're back here with Adam Bilby. Fresh cut. Show off the cut. Show off the cut. Okay. I like it. We're here to recap Roseville sports for a little bit. Baseball, softball. Spring sports have been carrying track. Girls soccer. Spring sports have really done good, and I think over the past few years they haven't been as good. But
Wrestling's kind of carried that
Okay,
torch for a little bit, but
So-
I'd say now Roseville sports are evolving. I know, softball's doing pretty good.
I think softball 10-4.
Yeah, 10-4. I know baseball's
11-3.
three losses.
Juniors are
Big
carrying.
teams though, not little teams. So
Soccer's 6-4.
yeah, soccer's not doing too bad, but we're playing a bunch of 5A schools once we get into that
Young
regional
team.
bracket.
Young team.
Very young
Young
team.
team.
I think that that sophomore class, that 2025 class, kind of carries that soccer team
Yeah.
because I think there's about 6 or 7
more
of them, and then that freshman class brought about 4 of them. So they're doing really good, but they're playing a bunch of 5A schools right now. So by the time they play them 4A schools, I think in those regional brackets we'll look a little bit better in playoffs and all that.
Yeah, and then I don't know too much about track, but I know we have some athletes.
Yes, I do. Like Tegan Cobb, Luke McLaughlin.
Kate Dare, I saw ran a really good 100 time. Like it was the best time in 4A girls.
Yeah. She came out of injury, like 2 years ago or last year.
Last year, I think.
And she's been,
MCL.
she really showing 4A what she's all about. So
Speed demon.
yeah, doing pretty good. Tegan Cobb doing Tegan Cobb things. I mean, what more can you expect?
D1 athlete going to K-State, kicker next year.
Yeah. Same with Luke.
Yeah,
Luke's just being a
Pitt
dog.
Pitt State commit for football.
Yeah. So we got those guys carrying the torch right now. Hopefully to get some state medals this year at that state track tournament. Get some team medals with baseball, softball, maybe with soccer.
I think we could see all four sports going into state.
Yeah, I think we're going to see all four sports going into the state with some athletes,
I think
especially
we see
track with some
softball.
athletes because it's different than team sports. But
Because
I
I was
definitely-
looking at soccer, girls soccer, and
Yeah, they're doing
it's
pretty
not
good.
It's not as deep as I thought it would be, and I think our girls can really make a run.
yeah, I think they're doing pretty good. So, I mean, it's been a while since, I think, 2018 or 19 was the last time Rose Hill brought back a team trophy for some, and Rose Hill kind of started that trend. And so Rose Hill Wrestling started that trend, so I'm thinking that a couple of those sports are going to follow behind and everything and keep it going. Maybe this is, Rose Hill's kind of, dynasty startup for some stuff.
Yeah, well, that's it for today. Glad Adam Bilby was here to talk about some Rose Hill sports with us. See you next week, or probably this week on Friday.